Welcome back to Journey to Self. Today, we're diving into a topic that truly impacts every single one of us, and that's negative energy and how to remove it. Before we get into the episode, though, I wanted to invite you to subscribe to my digital advent calendar. Some of you may have subscribed in the past, and I've done it, I think this is the third year. This calendar is designed to guide you through the season with daily moments of inspiration, reflection, and growth. Each week has a theme with daily activities to help you. Week 1 is all about gratitude and reflection. Week 2 is on self care and peace. Week 3 is joy and celebration. And week 4 is vision and intention. And the cool thing is that it's digital. And each day will take you less than 5 minutes. You'll find the link in the show notes. So now let's get into the episode for today. Have you ever felt like you were carrying someone else's emotional baggage? Maybe you've had moments where negativity just drained you so much it affected your peace. In today's episode, I'm going to share my energy reset method, which is a 4-step process designed to help you release negativity, protect your energy, and step into your highest vibration. Let's get started, shall we? First, for today's intuitive moment, I pulled the courage card, and it's part of the energy suit from the Quantum Oracle deck. This card carries the powerful message of taking risks and stepping into your inner strength. The image shows a man in armor standing at the edge of a dark forest with a sword at his side. This is a time of great personal power, reminding us that we are ready to take on challenges, even if they feel daunting. Whether it's a new opportunity, an important decision, or a leap of faith you've been considering, this card encourages you to trust yourself and your resilience. This card's description emphasizes that even when fear or hesitation arises, you have a core of strength and courage deep within you, always accessible in your heart center. It's a call to breathe deeply, ground yourself, and move forward with confidence, knowing that you are capable of navigating this moment with grace and strength. Keep this message in mind as we dive into today's episode about reclaiming your energy. And as the affirmation for this card says, I have the courage and strength to navigate any situation. I affirm my power and I trust my own resourcefulness. Okay, let's dive deep into today's topic. And I want to start our soul dive with a personal story. There was a time in my life when I allowed others to constantly bring negativity into every conversation. Some I knew well, and some were just work acquaintances, but it felt like they were handing me a heavy bag full of their emotions, and I didn't know how to set it down. Over time and through my own journey and my own inner work, I learned to set boundaries and let go of emotions that weren't mine. That's when everything started to change. Not only did I feel lighter, but my relationship with those individuals, and even more importantly with myself, improved as well. To be clear, it takes practice. And I'll admit there are times when I still struggle, and I continue to practice, learn, and grow. This journey led me to create the energy reset method, which I'm going to share with you today so you can take back your energy and feel empowered to live authentically. Get ready for some inner reflection as we explore the 4 steps of the energy reset method. These steps will help you remove heavy emotions, protect your peace, and reclaim your energy. S- The first step is the sacred pause. This is all about intentionally carving out space for yourself free from negativity. Take 15 minutes or more each day, or if it works for you, schedule 2 hours a week to reconnect with your energy. Whatever time frame works for you, whatever process works for you, but make it something that you're going to actually do. You can journal, you can meditate, or simply enjoy some quiet time. But protecting your energy starts with creating moments where you feel grounded and calm. I've shared a number of times, not only here on my podcast, but also in my Facebook group and in my emails and such, that I have a morning routine. First thing I do, and when I get up, is I go to our spare bedroom and I will spend typically an hour, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, doing my morning routine. It involves meditation, self Reiki, journaling, and my devotional. There's a variety of things, and sometimes I will change it up, but always, always meditation. I do that in the morning, and then quite often I will do a meditation when I lay down at night before I go to sleep. But it really helps doing that morning routine. It really helps set the tone for my day. I have the ability to spend an hour. I recognize not everybody does. So, like I said, start with 5 minutes, start with 10 minutes, whatever it will take. But you need to have that time that is just for you for that sacred pause. That is step one, sacred pause. Step two is breath of freedom. This step uses intentional breathing to help you release tension and negativity. Here's a simple practice. On your inhale, imagine gathering up all the heavy energy in your body. And on the exhale, visualize it leaving you and transforming into light. Breathwork is such a powerful way to reset in the moment. So, a little bit more on breathing. When you're breathing, and it definitely takes practice as well, but you want to breathe in from the diaphragm. And the way you really should be doing it is that when you inhale, when you breathe in, your stomach should expand. And then when you exhale, it should uh, contract, go back in. There's all kinds of tutorials and YouTubes, and you can Google it as well, but different breathing exercises. But one that's easy is box breathing, which is when you breathe in, you're counting slowly to 4, hold for a count of 4, breathe out to a count of 4, and then hold for a count of 4 before you breathe in again. So it's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And I do that just as an example to show you it's not like you're holding your breath for a long time. But when you do that on your inhale, again, imagine gathering up. Just imagine and visualize all that negative and heavy energy that you're feeling. And then on the exhale, blow it out. And typically you want to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. On the exhale, you're going to exhale through your mouth. And as you do that, you're going to visualize that breath leaving with the heavy energy, leaving you and transforming into light and off into the ether. That is step 2, which is the breath of freedom. The third step is return to self. This is about recognizing which emotions are truly yours and which are not. Sometimes we take on the negativity of others without even realizing it. And especially if you're an empath, I didn't really realize for a very long time that I am an empath. Now that I'm aware of it, I'm able to do some practices to help with that, whether it's cord cutting or something else. But return to self is letting go of those negative emotions from others. Here's a visualization that can help you. Picture someone handing you a bag full of their emotions: anger, sadness, anxiousness, whatever it is, but they're handing you a bag full of their emotions. Now imagine and visualize giving that bag back to them and saying, "This is not mine to carry." By releasing what isn't yours, you create space for your own peace. The final step is words of release. Writing is a powerful tool for emotional freedom. Every morning when I do my morning routine, I do journaling and I start with gratitude and then I do some reflection and then I write a power thought for the day. Writing words of release is basically about writing down everything that feels heavy. Get it all out onto paper. Then reflect on what you've learned from those emotions, because there's lessons in every single thing that happens to us. Once you're done, you then safely destroy the paper, burn it, tear it up, bury it, whatever symbolic act feels good to you. That act helps you fully let go and turn the page, so to speak. I will share with you when I was going through the divorce from my first husband, my very wise friend that I was working with at the time used to tell me to write letters. And what her wise counsel was is that your subconscious doesn't know if you're going to mail it or not. And I use that even to this day, and that was years and years ago, because when I get into that thought loop where I'm just constantly going over whatever situation over and over in my head, I will sit down and I will write it out, whether it's a full on letter or a bullet list or whatever. Putting it on paper, that act gets it out of my head and onto paper. And I don't think about it anymore. And if you have never tried that, I encourage you to do that. This exercise is very similar to that. So it's just writing that letter. Your subconscious doesn't know if you're going to mail it or not. Getting it out of your brain. And then the symbolicness of it is burning it, tearing it up, or burying it, whatever works best. I've done that at retreats before where we've written letters, whatever the exercise is going on, and then we've collectively had a burn pot and we just burned it all. So, anyway, lots of different ways to that. That is the 4-step energy reset method. Today's whisper of wisdom is you are not responsible for carrying anyone else's emotional baggage. Protecting your energy is an act of self love, not selfishness. By releasing negativity and setting boundaries, you open yourself up to peace, joy, and clarity. Remember, and I've said this so many times, you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of your energy first. Your empowerment action this week is to practice one step of the energy reset method. Maybe it's scheduling a sacred pause. Maybe it's trying the breath of freedom or journaling your words of release. But just pick one step. You don't have to do this all together. Ease into it. Pick one step and commit to it this week. Notice how it feels to reclaim your energy. And if you try it, I would love for you to let me know. Send me a message or connect with me on my website, which is in the show notes. I'd love to hear about your journey. As we wrap up, I do want to remind you that your energy is precious and you have the right to protect it. You don't have to carry anyone else's emotional baggage. It's time to hand it back and reclaim your peace, especially during this time of year when things can get hectic and crazy. If you want to dive further into healing your trauma around this, and it is a form of trauma, and what it does to your energy, remember that I do offer trauma energetics coaching. You can check out the details on my website, which you'll find in the show notes. Also, I just opened a new community on the school platform, and right now you can join as a founding member for $11 per month for as long as you're in the community. I'll put the link in the show notes, and I'd love for you to come join us. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Journey to Self. And until next time, take care of your beautiful energy and remember, you are worthy of joy and freedom. And as always, be true to you.